This is my paper roller coaster. I started by building this base and I had a sketch of what I wanted it to look like. So I wanted it to be higher on one side to account for that drop. And the feature I was trying to replicate is the incline loop. So it's kind of like a vertical loop, but a little bit on an incline, which I knew was gonna be tricky. So I had to make sure I had enough speed so that it could make it through the loop, but not fall out of the loop. And this took a while. It took a lot of testing. And I ended up building this wall a little bit just to make sure that the marble wouldn't fly out. And then the next thing that was tricky was making sure the marble didn't fly out of this curve and getting the perfect amount of speed so it could make it through this and then make it through this curve. So I ended up shortening this track to get the right speed so it could go through the incline loop and then make that next turn. I really liked this part. Wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but it worked beautifully. And then I wanted to end with a nice little funnel and catch the marbles in that little circle. I also needed to add another little higher wall here to make sure, because at one point it was falling off this next turn. But after many tests and adjustments, the marble goes all the way through the incline loop, through the funnel, and into the circle. I think the next thing I would like to do, if I had more time, is I could make another entrance and have it merge or divert into a different track, because I have all of this space. But I really wanted the incline loop kind of in the center because it needed a lot of support. I noticed that if there wasn't some support, the bouncing took away from the speed. It was good in some areas, like here, but on the incline loop, it definitely needed a lot of support so that there was no bouncing whatsoever. So I had to add all these additional columns and beams. And the funnel was definitely hard to get in place because it's like floating, but managed to do a column and then tape it on pretty good. So that's my roller coaster.